this morning when it happens. All right, also waiting for the San Diego real estate market to take off, and Louie Ortiz, one of our real estate experts, joins us this morning to talk about the local market here and a little bit about the first-time home buyers tax credit here, or however this thing works. Is it a tax credit, Louie? Is that
yes?
Okay.
First-time tax credit. Nice to see you again.
Good to see you too. Okay, so this thing is being credited now with really helping to get the market going again.
Yes.
But these are only first-time home buyers
that
are taking advantage of this. So, you know, the rest of the folks out there, it's not doing anything for them.
Right. But it really has increased our sales recently. We've seen a big increase, and this is about to expire, and so a lot of people are rushing to take advantage of that tax credit.
Now, they're talking about extending it, maybe into next year. And are they talking about extending it to everybody?
No, what I've heard is that they're looking at extending it possibly till March, even maybe till June, but it's still kind of up in the road, or I'm sorry, up in the air. I've also heard that there's a few roadblocks because they feel that some of these applications for the tax credit may have been fraudulent or may not be, you know, quite right. So
truly not first-time home buyers.
Correct.
or
Correct.
You know, other folks that are, you know, trying to game the system, which they always do.
Yes.
All right, if we're going to play it straight, though, and we're going to try to take advantage of this, how do you do it?
Well, you have to close escrow prior to December 1st, and we're getting real close. It's going to be very difficult to do that right now, but it was basically for properties between April and December 1st that had to close for first-time home buyers. Okay,
so it really may be too late, but let's assume that the government's going to extend it, because I think the chances are very good of that, because it does seem to be one of the few things that's helping to get the market going right now. So assuming that they do extend it, how do you take advantage of it?
Well, then what you would do basically is, you know, be a first-time home buyer, purchase a property, and then you'll receive an $8,000 tax credit. You know, people will review this with their CPA and their accountants and their real estate agent, as each buyer has specific requirements and such. So those
now, when you say an $8,000 tax credit, to be clear for folks, is that $8,000 knocked right off your tax bill?
Yes, it depends on the situation of each buyer. Each situation can be a little bit different. Depends if you have, you know, if you owe taxes. But yes, it could be up to $8,000 tax credit.
So by the time you figure in some of those one-time closing costs and this $8,000 credit, you know, you might end up having a very small tax bill.
Absolutely.
If you buy a home and take advantage of this, or even a refund.
Absolutely, yeah. Okay. That's great.
Talk to me about the local market then, about San Diego right now, and how it's shaping up right now. We've heard that it's growing a little bit, like what, 1%? Between August and September of last year?
We've seen we've seen some increase in the sales. I think about 6.4% actually for the last month.
That's in sales, but in home values?
Slightly. The median price is up just slightly. But one of the things that we have to be really careful about is that most of the activity that we've seen right now has been at the lower side of the market. So we've seen a tremendous amount of increase. We've seen a lot of short sales and foreclosures with multiple offers, and that side of the market has really done, you know, fairly well, or I should say getting better. The upper side of the market, we've still seen declines in many areas around the county.
Declines?
Declines. In fact, there's been some economists that are recently predicting that, you know, we may see as much as an 11% decline next year in this area, and possibly even declines in 2011. I think the thing, you know, rather than have people get real scared about that, is that each area is very specific. So, you know, people should really look at their own little micro markets and really determine if that's the case in their individual area. And
it's really going to depend from those little micro markets to micro markets whether it's a good time to buy and or sell.
Absolutely. This is one of the best times to buy that we've seen in years. Interest rates are at historic lows. There's a lot of inventory, and you can really negotiate some great prices out there.
Maybe not great for sellers, though.
Sellers, it just depends. You know, if nobody really knows for certain what's going to happen in the market, but if it looks like we're going to see more declines, it may be a good time to sell, unless people can hang on to that property for several years. Over
a period of time. All right. Louie Ortiz, it's always great to have you in.
Nice to see you again.
Thank you so much for coming in with the information and the update. Talk to you shortly. All right, let's get back over to Renee. Now, if you need more information on that, go to Hot Topics, san diego6.com, click on Hot Topics. So what about the weather here, Renee?